right to protest peacefully. You cannot intimidate them. The message that have been sent today, that even if it's few number of Liberians that have gathered, it sent a message. And what is the message that is sending? That is, you have people who are disenchanted, people who are not satisfied based on the way governance is being handled under the WIA administration.
My name is Adama Dempster, a human rights defender, by extension, a human rights and justice advocate. I am a Liberian and the National Secretary General for the Civil Society Human Rights Advocacy Platform of Liberia, a network that coordinates human rights advocacy for redress and change, and also the founding director for the Independent Human Rights Investigators, a research and investigative group. I'm also the international ambassador for a US-based civil rights group, Bring the Peace Movement, a group advocating for social justice, fight against gun violence, abolition of slavery, wrongful conviction, and advancing peaceful coexistence. I'm also the lead campaigner for the establishment of War and Economic Crimes Court in Liberia to hold alleged perpetrators accountable for war committed during the Civil War in Liberia. I am grateful to share my professional expertise and work around democracy, governance, and human rights, the rule of law. Over the years, my work continued to contribute to the advancement of democracy with relentless calls for free, fair, transparent, and credible elections, as well as encouraging inclusive participation of the people in decision-making that affects their life, including marginalized groups and vulnerable populations. With reference to governance, human rights, and the rule of law, my work continued to target advocacy for good governance, adopting zero tolerance of corruption, accountability, provisions of basic social services, empowering the less fortunate, encouraging livelihood support, enacting investment-friendly policy, legislation, and practices that attract good investment climate that will improve living standards of everyone. On human rights, we call for respect, protect, promote, and fulfillment of fundamental human rights and freedoms of all by holding governments and other duty bearers responsible and accountable in accordance with national, regional, international human rights obligations. Under the rule of law, we encourage and continue to encourage respect for the rule of law against the culture of impunity, extrajudicial killings, selective and monetary justice, lack of free, fair, and speedy trials, prolonged pretrial detention, arbitrary arrest and detention, harsh and life-threatening prison conditions, and law enforcement deficit. Despite numerous progress made, democracy has come under attack with the waves of unprecedented military takeover on the continent. We condemn in the strongest term and ask for democratic governance to be restored in all of Africa. Let us remember that democracy is built on respect for human rights, rule of law, the balance of power, and accountability to its people. It is on these values we achieve peace, prosperity, and security for all people globally.